Hello, you want a video today? I'm gonna give you a literal video today. Okay, so this is, Lord 7th, where it comes to that criteria. Now, I haven't blown, all day, yesterday and today. But let me tell you, I'm not interested in bored, weed, okay? Because weed is slow and I think fast, okay? And the reason why I have to state this, is because it's actually true that society actually brings it down to a level where it's below weed. When you watch certain movies, really you have to watch it high if you watch by frame basis. But in doing so, you know what that's for? It's for regulation of the population, and that's exactly fuel for the best of minds to make sure that the world is below weed to beat your brother, during a certain time. Okay. And so what I'm trying to say is, literally, when you keep on, so what happened was literally the handle in my bathroom just broke. Literally, not my fault, literally, because you don't want to validate, shit in and out. The shit that I've been saying, for 3 days in a row with N-Morse code. Literally, the pain that I have, literally, not being able to do 100 steps, you literally not being able to do this, and that, is due to a woman you're not validating on paper, and I'm not going to talk about the retarded catch 32. I'm going to, relate it to what they're actually doing. They're laying it to, lesbian cops that have bad relationships with their mother to report the reason why the bathroom shit broke for no reason is actually the reason why I'm not crying for no reason, okay? So what I'm saying is the reason why my method is justified is because I'm talking about how our game works correctly. Back in the days where intellectual things are, flourished, okay? So what that means is, yeah, you got the spanking, yeah, you got this and that. When you came home, you had something to fall back on because something was giving you something that was rewarding you fruitfully, spiritually, all the way to the point where it motivated you to do something, okay? And what got in the way? Fucking drugs. And that's why they don't want to admit that, literally, I had a real fucking problem. Maybe without being high is a real fucking problem because I was prescribed as Asian white people, literally, you're actually a fan of progression. So, actually, continuing, I have, a revelation, so I'm 20 down right now in My Hero All's Justice. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is that my mom literally was right, she had a revelation. I had a revelation, recently, okay? Now, within, curriculum. So I'm getting flat out stated. When I lost weight, literally before I got home, back when I was 27, I only weighed 140. Okay, so before I gained a ton of weight, literally, there was actually literally a secret that I was hiding. Okay, so how I actually, did that before was just the swings. All this criticism, oh, this is that girly man, Lily. All that was on the swings. And after, I did a routine, what I'll do is I'll dodge a bullet every single day. So I'll go from side to side, literally do my normal workout routine, only eat, protein bars, lunar bars specifically. This is back in 2021. 2021 was when the whole workout routine happened. I'll listen to music like American Pie, Life of the Party, Snoop Dogg, and that's why I said Poker Face. When I had that lead, that's when you hear Butthead, in your head saying that, yo, you listen to music like you're on shrooms, okay? Now, what happened was, Armando was taking a hint of that, and he saw me in the swings every single day, and he saw, literally, his legs are wholly strong, okay? So guess what happened? After swinging every day, after, walking to New Park Mall, so I went from swinging, work on Advantage Special, and walking to New Park Mall, literally, in order to avoid arguments from Uncle Tommy, okay? So, what ends up happening, right? Literally, as I kept it up, I kept the same routine, and that's how I ended up being 140, right? So it's right after the swings is when I killed Armand, okay? So that's it, all right? That's the truth. Literally, that was my form of special ed. That was you freaking the world to listen to whatever music you want. Freaking you already know that literally, you admit to whatever faults you had. You did this and that. Literally, that's what led to you. You literally fucking tested the gangster. He's still trying to test you with his concrete style today. And guess what ends up happening? You killed him after you were on the swings because literally went two together. Literally, my legs are strong enough, okay? Now, in doing so, alright, literally what happened when I actually dried blood, when I worked on my thighs, guess what ends up happening, okay? The fat that was stored in my thighs literally was pushed back literally and went to my other muscles, okay? This is a medium skirt, by the way. I don't find that interesting, but literally, so what happened was a sweet truck was revealed. Now, guess what ends up happening? Now, the girlfriend, the abusive one, literally gets her ankle. Now that all the fat is pushed to the right area, now you have to do 100 push-ups, 100 slips, and now you're going to take the older brother's thing. But you prevented me from doing that. That's why I caught your style and contradiction. So, within doing so, this right here is not really the best representation or example, but What I'm trying to tell you is I tried Ryan as an adult, at 30, right before 30, 29. So I got perfect, Ryan at 29 and then 30, all to lead up to a Merly gameplay, Goodbye versus Chinanet, and Nons, Fortress of the Gothic Vampires. So literally, I've been doing Ryan for 3 years based on absorbing, waiting for my check, waiting for my social media to be validated. Literally, that's only based on how a human is absorbing, okay? Now, in doing so, okay, what he told me to do is he told me to eat an orange, and eat salad, okay? So what that did, when I was caught, I can't work out, I can't do this and that, was literally when I ate orange, literally the juices and nutrients, because while I was doing that, I was eating protein with no nutrients, like, beef, ribs, I would eat, beef and a taco, literally, I do shit, like awkward boxing, so what happened was the orange, gave me energy, literally. And so it condensed the fat, literally, and let me, flow fruitfully, and a salad. What a salad did, what a salad is? A salad is nothing but water, but it's water with vitamins. Okay. So after I ate, salad, orange, my muscles started working, like a little kid. But it's true. It's true. Literally, it's some stupid shit that you fucking tried out. So I'm gonna show you something, earlier, that's a revelation, that's gonna, whoop your fucking mind. But let me tell you, I was watching an episode of Zach Storm, literally, with my mom's, orange. Literally, guess what? The perfect point at the point, fucking actually happened, but guess what ended up happening in due time? You didn't validate, so what it went for a perfect R, literally. It wasn't just an R, something happened before, or like socializing, literally. And guess what happened at the end of the episode? I had the perfect One Piece sequence because you didn't know I was the best in the world. It pisses me off, okay? Literally, so when my point comes, it's greater, way greater than yours, but your point makes a point already. So all you're doing is condensing me and not letting me see the equipment for the 100th time. So before this video drags out, this is Bluetrix Source, and by 31, I'll be Lord Koema.